Well, in case you missed it this morning, of course, this is what we call Crop Progress Tuesday. The numbers came out yesterday from USDA. Let's review real quickly here on the national scale. Let's take a look. Corn was 7% planted. They normally would have 15% done by now. Soybeans, 3% versus their average of 5%. Cotton planting, 12% done nationwide. They normally would have 11%, so they're actually a little bit ahead of schedule overall. Grain sorghum, 19% done. Their average is 21%. And spring wheat planting, 13% across the country, and it normally would be 15%. Let's zero in on the cotton planting here in the top producing states. Texas, 19% done. They're ahead of the 15% average. And Georgia, only 3% done. They normally would have 7%. Look at Mississippi, only 2% in the ground. They normally would have 5%. Alabama, 1% planted. They normally would have 5%. And North Carolina, 3% planted. They're a little ahead of the 1% average pace. Well, let's take a look at prices right now. And on the corn board, we are turning around. We have July corn now lower by 1 3/4 pennies at $7.96 1/4. It had been higher, up to almost $8.10 this morning. And December now 2.5 cents higher yet at $7.36 1/2. Soybean trade, we have July now trading 1 3/4 cents higher at $16.77, and you have new crop November up 1 3/4 is all. In the wheat market in Chicago, July is up 11 3/4 at $10.84 1/4. In Kansas City, you have July now trading a dime higher at $11.63 per bushel. In Minneapolis, you have July 8.5 higher at $11.86. And in that cotton market, we have the July just down 5 points. December is up 2 points right now. Ben Hushon is with the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. He joins us right now for an update on the Mid-Atlantic region. Ben, you were telling me earlier in some correspondence that the guys and gals are trying to get the corn in the ground already there. But Tim Ross's radar shot looks like it might be kind of a short-lived venture here.
Good morning, Marlin. Yes, we have had a decent spell of rain-free weather since we talked last time. The other development is full temperature. This time last week when you and I talked, we were 47, 48 degrees. This morning when I averaged last night and this morning we're at 52.5. So that explains why we definitely are seeing corn planters rolling in our community, between that and the pressure of the calendar.
All right, so what kind of conditions are they finding as they try and get that crop in the ground?
Talked to a couple fellows yesterday, and not everybody's running. The folks that have, a couple thousand acres or more to get in the ground, they started running Friday, Saturday, and they kind of told me Friday was a little wet, but by the time they got to yesterday, things looked good. And for the viewers, sent in some videos that kind of shows pretty much what's going down. There's corn being planted in some cases, and then there's an awful lot of cover crop being burnt down. There's another little sub-story to those videos. Both pieces of equipment are brand new, and there was lots of angst as to whether the machinery was going to get here on time. Still a lot of machinery en route, but those two are pretty happy that they made it just in time.
Well, and that's a wonderful point that you bring up, because there has been a lot of concern about delivery of equipment with waiting on, especially computer chip parts and those sort of things with the supply chain issues. So that's a little good news story for a change. Thank you, Ben, for talking with us. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next week for another update. Ben Hushon of the Mill in Whitehall, Maryland. Now we'll pause right here. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the latest in our livestock trade.